Hello everyone, and welcome to my Legendary Tips video for the Warriors of Chaos. In the previous video, I went through some advice and strategies for on low difficulties around hard. But for this one, we'll focus generally on Legendary. Just providing some proof very quickly that the campaign has been beaten, and I'll give you guys the best advice that I can to ensure that you become victorious in your campaigns. Now, with Legendary, you have to keep in mind that essentially everything is stacked against you. Diplomacy will essentially not work at all. This goes with all other factions, even if you play Empire, Orcs, Dwarves. But the thing is, diplomacy really does not matter for the Warriors of Chaos, thus makes it a lot easier. The only thing that diplomacy can really help you in is in the beginning turns to get peace with Skellige. You may not get a military alliance with them. With my Legendary campaign, I was able to make a defensive alliance with them. From the previous video, I was able to start moving into Kislev territory with hordes of Chaos soldiers, and I was simply unchallenged to do. And as you keep sacking and razing buildings to the ground, focus as quickly as possible to get chosen units. Once you have chosen units in your army, you can destroy any stack in the early game. My personal strategy is to be going down south and then work your way west towards the capital of the Empire. Now, the reasoning you're doing this is not to go like right through the Midland, but to actually create a gap between the Empire and the vampires. For some reason, the vampire counts are not that aggressive, but if you raise down cities and create ruins, the vampire counts all of a sudden are going to move deeper into human territory, which will result in a conflict between them. It's good for the Empire to have more enemies. It lays some pressure off your guys. Because I've seen some Legendary campaigns where people get like swarmed by Oslan. That's why you need peace with Skellige, so Skellige can focus on these Empire factions, and the vampire counts can move in as well. Mussolini from the west was able to take over Bretonnia, and it actually helped me out in attacking the Empire. However, in this Legendary campaign, I did lose my main army near the Empire's capital. The only problem is the Midland had about 3 to 4 stacks, which trapped me, and I was unfortunately unable to escape. However, I did create a support army to win that battle. The thing is, when it comes to Legendary, it is suggested not to play any of the battles, because the AI has a huge bonus in terms of morale versus like if you're playing a normal game. So the best option is to generally auto it. As for my army composition, it is pretty much all chosen. 2 hell cannons, standard chosen infantry, chosen great weapons, and halberds. Now, you're probably noticing all these gold units and stuff. The thing is, you can build triple gold units right off the bat and give yourself a clear advantage in any game mode. You could do this in lower difficulties as well, but this will essentially ensure you that you will become the dominant force on the map, and there's nothing that can really stop you. Even if the enemies, like what happened to me quite often in the campaign, is that the AI armies, the Empire, Kislev, Vampire Counts, Orcs, a lot of their armies in the early game and mid game and late game don't even want to fight my army. Most of the time the AI is so smart that it recognizes that your stack is so powerful that they just scatter and flee. The only thing that's going to be really annoying is that they're going to be rebuilding their damaged cities, but you'll destroy their infrastructure so they can't build advanced units. This is the current skill tree that I went down to get these triple gold units. With your leader, and for example Archaon, which I'm using, just for that extra 5% movement speed, go down the campaign skills and be sure to get the unit ranks upgrade. That is a very powerful skill for the early game, so your Chaos Warriors and your early chosen units have ranks or chevrons to give themselves more power. I then focused on the leadership skill tree, so I can get the ability to improve, get rally, and have my chosen units do more damage. The whole point is to focus on chosen units. Like sometimes, like people are thinking, why not get horses, like lances? I thought they were pretty good too, but the problem is they take 2 turns to build. Same thing with giants and monsters. They just take too much time to build. And chosen units are essentially, they're powerful, they're strong. And if you have a whole army made up of them, and you focus on the skill trees to actually increase how powerful they are, I mean, there's nothing that can stop them. A quick reminder is to also replenish, let's say if you do a huge castle battle, and you have to replenish your troops. Simply combine your soldiers together, and then just buy new ones. Do not wait it. Do not wait 3, 4, 5 turns for your army to replenish. That just honestly takes too long. If you can hire high rank soldiers right off the bat, that is better and more efficient than simply waiting out for your men to replenish. I even played the quest battles on the legendary, and I never had a problem. The only time I was actually concerned was when you were fighting the Lord of Change quest battle, where the enemy has like 10 chaos spawns. Be sure to get the amount of blades, the buildings for increasing rank. But to get triple gold here, you need exalted heroes. You'll get even more ranks if you have 2 exalted heroes and you focus down the campaign skill tree to get +3 unit experience. I mean, 2 exalted max, like high level exalted heroes, you get like unit 6 rank soldiers right off the bat. Plus the building in your horde, plus your hero, you get basically maximum rank soldiers right off the assembly line. And there's no force that can actually stop you. Now the thing is, it's all about mobility for legendary campaigns. You don't want to stick in one place too long, because you don't want to give the chance for the AI to like move its armies to surround you, because that's death. That's how you lose the campaign. The only reason I lost my main army once was because I used 2 stacks to attack the Empire's capital, and we suffered heavy casualties. We won, but suffered heavy casualties, and before I was even able to recuperate, to like build new soldiers, Midland sent 3 to 4 of its stacks to attack me. But thankfully I was able to survive with my secondary stack, rebuild Archaon, but this was around turn 100. Yeah, this is when the Lord of Change is doing his invasion to kill me. I had Marauders and Horsemen, and I was actually kind of freaking out there for a little bit, but I had 2 Exalted Heroes. And I kept using the Exalted Heroes to harass the Lord of Change's army. By the time, and I was able to like raid the Empire's town, Mid-Inland, and the Empire's towns enough to actually get Chaos Warriors, get some Chaos Great Weapons, because I was rebuilding the Horde because I lost everything. And I kept using and I had so much money that I was able to use the heroes non-stop. I was able to rebuild crucial buildings. By the time the Lord of Change was able to reach me, I had a full stack of half a stack of Chosen, half a stack of Chaos Warriors, and the Lord of Change army was half destroyed simply me using the agents. So essentially you use the AI's agent system against them, and you win. So yeah, I do hope that the video was helpful to you guys. If you have any questions regarding the Chaos Legendary campaign, be sure to ask in the comments section below. Before I, I'm just going off the bat here. For survivability, Archaon, you can go down the top tree and get the Ever Chosen and get yourself more hit points and armor. Do you have to do the quest battles? No, you don't really have to, but when you have triple gold units, you can basically do whatever you want, and there's no fear of losing. But don't rely on diplomacy or anything. Currently I'm working on the Empire's Legendary campaign as well, so I'll be having the video later this week. I hope you guys enjoy the video, and I'll see you next time.